Hello everybody, welcome to the video. We have a very special two-part series for you. We decided to take a trip down to the infamous Gettysburg. In part 1, Matt, Justin, Jake, John, Sarah, myself, and our tour guide went to go investigate this old schoolhouse just outside of town. Be sure to drop a like on the video and please don't forget to subscribe. It's a small click for you guys, but it means the absolute world to us. Make sure to watch through the video for some funny moments at the end as well. Thank you all so much for the support, and please enjoy.
So what's this place called again?
So this is the McCurdy Schoolhouse. So it was here before the battle. It was used as a schoolhouse, obviously. During the battle, though, right after the Confederates started to retreat, they did try to do one last skirmish here. So basically, when the Confederates started to retreat and they came and the skirmish took place here, some of the Union soldiers that were up at the Hoffman Mansion, came down to assist the units that were down here. It did catch on fire. Yes. So the only thing that is the original schoolhouse is the foundation itself. They did rebuild this right after the fire. Now, there were no confirmed deaths. However, there were children that went missing. The upstairs is actually owned by the owner. So that's all storage. We don't have access to that.
Look at that. That's a rip.
So as soon as I walked through the doorway to the right of this photo, John snapped this photo and caught a figure in the doorway that appears to be the height of a child. As you can see, no one is standing in front of John to cast a shadow, and nothing on the countertop would make this shape. Later on in the video, we get additional evidence that something may be in this area of the schoolhouse.
Hold on, I want to get a feeling of for this house.
So this is a popular room. If you're going to be in here, try to get a hold of Sarah.
So good.
So at this point, Jake, Matt, and Justin locked themselves in one of the more active rooms in the school to do a spirit box session. About a couple seconds after they turned on the spirit box, Matt asks a question, and if you look, you can see two orbs above Justin dash towards Matt after he asked that question.
Was there a little girl that died here?
So John had a GoPro set up in the far corner of the schoolhouse during the whole investigation. Now coming up, Sarah asks a question if anybody is here with us right now, and you can hear a disembodied voice come through saying the name Sarah. Now if you remember, earlier in the investigation, Michaela mentioned that a little girl by the name of Sarah likes to get into contact with previous investigators.
Okay. Are there any little children in here?
Yeah, I just said something. Yeah, I just said something.
And while John, Sarah, and Michaela were in the main room doing their own thing, Matt, Justin, and Jake were in the other room doing a spirit box session, I decided to come to the more darker room, set a voice recorder right next to that creepy looking doll, and do my own EVP session.
Alright, Sarah. You want to come sit in this chair and talk to me?
Do we need to open the door to let you in? Are you a child?
I heard maybe.
Are you a child?
I heard maybe.
Get out of the building. Get out of the building.
So Jake decides to get up out of that room and go hang out with John in the main room, while me and Sarah go into that room that they were all in, while Matt, Michaela, and Justin all watch from the doorway. And I have a motion sensor set at the bottom of the stairs leading up towards the attic where we cannot go because the door is locked on the outside with a padlock and you cannot make it upstairs. And if you listen, you can hear our motion sensor go off. And we are all accounted for, so it was none of us.
That was your motion sensor, Fred, and I just heard. Yo, is anyone on the steps?
No
Yo,
way.
I heard someone
No
walking
way.
up them.
I did hear someone go up them.
Yo, I hear him. Shh.
Is that upstairs or is that
John,
Jake?
was that you moving? Where's Jake?
Okay, I heard someone.
I heard someone
I
walking
heard-
down the stairs or up the
After that
stairs.
motion sensor
Yeah.
went off, I heard like on the stairs, and then I heard someone going that way.
I don't know why I didn't start like going off. I thought it would.
Well, it was quick and
That was solid.
That's me.
Sarah, go in there.
So just for the sake of the video, both Jake and John were in this room.
Yeah.
And everybody else was in this little tiny room right in there. Motion sensors were in here. And Matt and Justin heard someone walking up the stairs. And
Wait,
no
what
one
if
else was here.
So after all of the excitement, me and Sarah decided to go into the back room and do our little experiment with the mag light while Matt comes in a couple seconds later and comes and sits with us. Then we have Michaela, Jake, and John in the main room doing their own little session.
Now we have an EMF on that stairs.
were you running up it? Okay,
Hi.
thank you. Can you turn off the flashlight?
Did you go to school here?
Are you somebody that... I know there was a battle in the backyard in the woods area. Oh, there we go.
Oh, yo,
Okay.
that's hot. You're on it.
Okay.
You're
okay.
on it.
Good,
So it's a
good.
soldier.
So Sarah and Matt decided to go into the main room and do a dowsing rod session while I grab the SLS camera and start walking around. Meanwhile, everybody else is in the complete opposite end of the schoolhouse doing a spirit box session.
Whoa! Whoa!
Ross,
It just flipped over that direction really hard on its own. Look at it, look at it. Oh, oh! Something! Did you see that? Look at it, look at it. Oh, oh! Look at it, look at it. Oh, oh! Something! Did you see that?
What? No.
The f***ing rod jumped.
What?
It jumped, literally, like up.
So now I am walking around with the SLS camera, and the only figure we got all night was underneath the staircase, you guessed it, about a foot away from where that motion sensor kept going off.
Oh, hello. I have a figure in front of me. And you're gone.
So at this point, Sarah goes back into the other room with John, Jake, and Justin, while I come out with Michaela. I hand her the SLS and I pick up the normal camera, and I'm filming Matt in the main room. Now, if you listen closely, you can hear two disembodied voices come through underneath Michaela as she's talking.
No, we've seen something.
Like outside.
No, we've seen something.
Like outside.
No, we've seen something.
Like outside.
And not even 5 seconds later, our motion detector goes off once again.
Alright, so if you're here with me, can you cross the rods or point them at one of the other people in the room here?
Was that one of you guys in there?
No, no, it's a motion sensor.
Did one of you guys walk in front of that? I don't think it's going off yet.
So now we decided to wrap up the investigation and move on to our second location for the evening. But in conclusion, we are very pleased at the amount of evidence that we caught at the Pitzer schoolhouse. It is apparent that there are still children roaming these rooms, playing with our dowsing rods and making themselves known by manipulating our devices. The messaging we got asking us to get out of the building could be a number of things, including stray soldiers who perished in the battle and have made this place their haven. But thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like the video and please don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned for part 2 of Gettysburg, and now for some of the funny moments throughout the investigation.
Rocking chair. So I'm gonna go.
That was.
Nothing wrong in your ass. I'm sorry.
Or maybe even after the. Oh my, you scared me. Because usually I would see like a light or something.
My bad.
Yeah, but what's it doing?
It's counting down.
Wait, what's about to happen? What is that?
Oh, it's in dictionary mode.
Yeah,
Jesus
it's no.
Mm.